Sorry to those that I lost. I do not know what happened with the internet. I will repost the link.
Moving closer to Chillicothe, we see a northbound arriving at Reddick Junction just south of town. At the same location, another northbound threads its way past the camera. This time, we're treated to two
Good
orange
evening,
DT&I
everybody.
units.
Sorry for the technical difficulty. I said it in the beginning, but if you're just joining, if you want to see anything in particular as far as any trains that I have or anything like that, let me know. I've got a grain train going right now. I've got some DT&I videos in the background. Las Vegas is shut down, and here we are. So have fun with me.
Our camera is perched on the East Main Street overpass in Chillicothe, as southbound approaches on former B&O trackage.
$982 and $201. Do I have 982? I have 963 and 967.
At
Take
the
your pick.
Chillicothe Depot, we see a chassis operator hand up orders to the engineer of a southbound train on the former Cincinnati, Ohio to Parkersburg, West Virginia main line.
I'm sorry, I forget that I'm not close to the phone. I have 963 and 967 if you would like to take your pick. Okay, 967.
It is now in the 1990s, and we notice that the track has been removed. A position light signal patiently waits for trains that will pass by
And
again.
here we go for 201.
Moving a little west of the expired B&O trackage, we watch an eastbound Norfolk Southern train glide by. The NS line is still very much active and connects Columbus to Portsmouth, Ohio. As you can tell from the next few scenes, Chillicothe was at one time quite a railroad town. Moving north of Chillicothe along US Route 35, you watch a southbound with empty hoppers and loaded auto racks on what is now abandoned B&O right-of-way.
I don't know that I've actually ever ran this together. Let's see what they do. That is. What did I do with that?
Our next location is at Musselman, where you'll see a Cincinnati-bound mixed freight on the Parkersburg
That
to
is
Cincinnati
these.
main line. Musselman was the junction point where the B&O Wellston line from Dayton to Wellston, Ohio, joined the Parkersburg main.
We'll use this power to go pick up some cars here on the layout, I think. Look on eBay. That's a really good deal. It's like, I think there's 5 discs in there, and it's only like $20. So yeah, definitely check that out.
We'll watch 4 consecutive northbound Grand Trunk trains at the same location.
Can almost plan the video to the operation. Let's move over here. Let's do. All right. You can see the white in the background there. I'm in the process of building a little hill for the church there. appreciate that. You can see I do everything pretty much hand thrown. That's the way they did it, so that's the way I'm gonna do it. Here's a little crossing of eras for you. Back up a little more to get the other one. And away we go.
3 northbound trains approach the town of Frankfort, Ohio.
Of course, give me just a second to get this in the clear. We'll just say that this crew parked there for lunch. And we'll do a little tour. Oh yeah, I haven't really detailed that yard yet. I actually just finished it. It's
The second run-by will feature
I still got a little bit of sanding to do, a little repainting, a little weathering, but that's what I got so far. And then this part, we've got to do a little bit of work to, there needs to be another set of supports in between these ones because there's a little bit of a sag there. That's why I haven't done anything to this part here out there so far. But I have finished most of the way around. You can see where the backdrop's gonna go there. So if you can just imagine a backdrop instead of my water cup. This is where I wanted to model those Ford era crossbucks with the striped bases. And there's the next project. If you weren't tuned in earlier, there's part 2. You can see the layout will go out one way there, out to that wall, and another way here out to that room. And that will enable us to actually operate point to point rather than just continuously like it's doing now. So here's the walk-in. You can see I've started doing like an abandoned junction there. Still got a lot of detail work. I want to put some diamonds in the weeds, etc., etc. Here is the, hey, Inception. Here is the auto plant, so that will have a photo backdrop. Hopefully I can get it of the flat rock plant, but we'll see. I haven't really looked into that yet. But that's what it's looking like for right now. And here's the street running. Nothing's active yet as far as the crossing signals. I need to order some IR sensors. And of course the backdrops will be in and everything like that.
At Austin, Ohio,
There's some fun scenes at the houses here. And here's what I consider the centerpiece of the layout, the Chillicothe Depot. I'm gonna do some abandoned buildings and stuff probably late 70s, early 80s in Chillicothe, like would have been back there, and also the photo backdrop for that as well. And you can see the N&W signal back there, some abandoned cars, and then this will be the active interchange. And here's this too, since the train was in the way. By the way, I am in the process of modifying these NJ signals. You can kind of see the target is a little bit higher than the platform. This one over here is a Tomar signal, and it's actually more correct. You can see it's taller to the marker lights up top. So I did one already. Real quick, I'll show you here. I'll just pull it out. I was able just to splice off the head and move it down a little bit. And I think it turned out pretty good, if I could get the camera to focus. But you get the idea. Put that back. Back to where we were. So yeah, this is active interchange for either the modern DT&I or the old Chessie, which I can describe that in more detail if you want to, but it's in the channel description too. Just some signals laying around and stuff. And then the Quincy High Ridge. Which, I don't know, for some reason this reminds me of summer camp. So I've made like a lot of little campers around in the areas. There's some guys back there. I still need to do the walkway for the bridge too. And then all these people swimming down here. And once the backdrops are in, the water will go in as well. And per prototype, there's going to be a cornfield here. I have actually decided to make the layout more late fall, so I need to make the corn a little bit more yellow, and then the grass and stuff a little bit more yellow. I just think that's a really pretty time in Ohio, so that's what I really wanted to go after. Obviously, it's a compressed version of the bridge, but I think it looks nice. I am not very steady, I'm sorry.
One northbound and 3 southbounds pass by one of our favorite photo locations at the S-curve that crosses US Route 35.
And here's the road. I can't remember the name of the road that goes underneath, but I put the little truck parked there, that all the people are down here in the swimming hole. And then you can't really see back in there, but you can see bits and pieces. So what I tried to do was, I've got the fencing there for the horses. You can see that pretty prominently. I'm gonna raise this entire area by another inch, so you can see the whole kind of old barn storage area with some chickens and some other things up there. Originally I wanted to do a bridge between this house and that barn, but I put it in and I didn't really like the look of it, so I abandoned that idea. By the way, all these trees are temporary. These are just stuff that I've gathered over the years. Eventually everything will be replaced with super trees. It's a nice house and driveway here. Still need to get some mailboxes. And this will eventually be a custom built model of the Midland City Depot, complete with the signal arrangement and everything. Obviously not Midland City, but that's what we're gonna call it. And the propane dealership here. I'm gonna put a whole oil loading platform or gas loading platform here, so that will be all detailed out. And then the office for the grain elevator. I'm thinking about putting a little feed mill here, and then the grain dryer and bins in this area with the older elevator on the back side. So all the piping and everything, that should make a really nice scene there. And that's pretty much it. That's the grain yard. You can see the room. Got some of my signs and pictures up. So yeah. Let's see, I'm gonna put this down over here. I don't know if I answered the question when it was asked, but the depot in Chillicothe burnt down in, I think, 2012 or 2014, something like that. But yeah, it's been burnt down for a while. That's really sad because that was a really cool building. I will be right back.
Three north and one southbound pass under the State Route 753 overpass just south of Washington Courthouse.
Okay, sorry. Bridge is single track, actually. The only thing I haven't done to it is the walkway on the side, and it will be on this side once I get there. Well, let's see. How about...
We're now in the town of Washington Courthouse, and we'll watch several run-bys.
I'm probably going to extend this area right here just a little bit. I don't like that the signal's that close. And also I have another signal to add here, so this will be basically an automatic interlocking.
Washington Courthouse is where the DT&I line intersected the Wellston line, the B&O Columbus to Cincinnati line, and the Pensy Cincinnati to Circleville line.
Our own Chessie, whose name is Rosalie. Have a good one, James. I think while that's running around, I will assemble another train to show you guys. Let's do that. Bear with me a few minutes here.
A C&O steam engine can be found behind a fence at the city park. It was one of the last steam engines of this type to be outshot by the C&O and has been found to be in great condition. A committee of local citizens has been formed to try and restore this engine to excursion service. Moving north of Washington Courthouse to Fane, we see the EMB demonstrators coming off the ex-B&O Wellston line and heading for Springfield. Charleston, we see
All right, y'all, make the decision. Steam or
A
diesel?
Conrail train has just picked up a string of loaded grain cars and will take them east to Buckeye Yard in Columbus.
Going once. Let me show you. Actually, I was going to show you this anyway. So here is how I store everything. These are closet organizers. And the steam that I have is the Broadway Limited DT&I 317. It's between this one and the 1776. Or really anything. I mean, if you want to see anything, I can get it out, definitely.
In the 90s, the Indiana and Ohio Railroad now handles the grain chores. Grain from this facility now moves south to Washington Courthouse for interchange with the CSX.
Alrighty.
Lines all passenger trains such as the Penn Texan and Spirit of St. Louis pound the diamond here in South Charleston. For a brief time, Amtrak's National Limited also used to pass through. A load of northbound passing under Interstate 70 near Springfield is arriving at the south end of the yard.
Give me just a second, almost got it ready here. You and me both. That would be cool. Could you imagine one of those tier 4 units in all orange? Got the grain train parked, and now we will run. So ultimately, this train is supposed to be pulled by 2 of the FA2s from Rapido. I had them on back order. I just got the confirmation recently, so hopefully not too distant future, I should be able to display the train with their intended units. But for now, you think? I always like those FA2s. I don't know why. I just haven't. I've never actually seen. I take that back. I've seen the one in the Grand Canyon, but other than that, I don't think I've ever actually seen a hood unit like that. I think that's the proper term, but like a F unit or a E unit or anything like that. I'll try to follow this around a little bit so you can get a better view of it. These cars are nice. I got the Wabash ones because they match the Ann Arbor, so that was my plan for. If you've read the layout description, the Summit Hill line is actually now a scenic railroad. So my plan was to have the Ann Arbor FAs plus this set of coaches to be the scenic line. I still want to do the Dearborn, the business car. I definitely want to do that. Seriously though, if I ever won the lottery, I would totally buy that car and restore it. It's a deal. I think that's so cool that people can own private rail cars. I know the restrictions and stuff on what you can do with them and what lines you can run on have been really limited, but I still think that's a really cool thing. If you have any suggestions for dimming down the drum head on that, I would be gladly open to it because it's so bright you can't really read it. Sorry for the shaky. What are you trying to focus on here, camera? Whoops. User error. Okay, my phone battery is at 20%, so I'm going to put this on the charger and I'm going to switch to the iPad, so I will be right back. I will repost the link on my personal page as well as the railroad page, so I will be right back.